Okay, presto changeo. We took down the whelping box and cleaned it off and washed the dogs so that we can get them bathed and dried. You look like a mop girl. Mop, hello. That's Breezy. And Rose looks like a drowned rat. Hi, Rose. Hi. Rose, how can they look so different? Hello. She hates the camera. Hi, baby. Well, she doesn't hate it as much as Breezy does. Anyways, there they all are, eating their second solid food. And I have a separate, what I do is I separate my fence so that when it's time to feed, I just open the gate. Sometimes I give them a little maze to go through for training, but I open the gate and let them in to eat. And then I close it off so while they're eating. Then I clean this side. I mop and clean the box. There's the dog door. I have it closed right now because the girls just got bathed and I don't want them going outside. The puppies, what will happen is, this is a really little space. So we keep only enough space for sleeping. This might even be too big to begin with, but they are using the litter box pretty substantially now. And not exclusively, but pretty well. So I'll put all their bedding in here. And then they will use the litter box, which will be right next to the dog door. And then as the mama starts going out the dog door to go out to potty, the puppies will eventually start following her out the dog door and peeing and pooping out there. So that's how we get them dog door trained. And then it's really makes it a lot easier for them to get house trained too, because they're just used to going outside to go potty. And I find that that really lowers your poop load. Once they start figuring out the dog door, I hardly ever have their pottying in the litter box. So that's really a good thing for me, so I don't like cleaning. But you have to be pretty meticulously clean with puppies, I think. So that's just me and how I am. But so I have a door that goes through here, and these Chinese fences by Best Pet, they're made for Chinese people, which are very thin. And so getting through that door is pretty interesting. But anyways, so if you go to buy one of these, you might just consider that the doors are really tiny. Yeah, and they're a squeeze. And then I have a door here too when I go to clean this side. Actually, what I usually do is I don't connect this one right here to this. And I just clamp it with some clamps that I have for now when they're little. And that way, when they're done eating, it's usually a huge mess. And I can just open this all the way up, pull everything out, mop it, and then close it all back up. But later, when they start being able to figure out how to push the door open, or to push the gate open with the clips on it, then I'll have to use the doggy door, the people door. But yeah, so this all has to be cleaned and wiped down. It's been in storage. It's really dusty and cobwebs. And I just wanted to get them in here for feeding before they got too hungry. And then also that helps with Breezy because she's already getting over, they're 4 weeks, just so you know. And she's already getting over the wanting to feed them constantly. And so this helps her dry up slowly if I start feeding them 1 meal a day just at lunchtime. And then I guess it doesn't really matter when you feed them, but that's when I do, because that's when I have the time. In the morning is usually heavy cleanup time. So I feed them lunch. I feed their first solid foods at lunch. And then they usually end up getting a feet washing right after lunch when they're little, because they walk all in the trays. The trays, I usually just use these Dollar Tree trays. They cost $1, and they're separated for like chips and dip or stuff like that, condiments. at Dollar Tree, and I buy those because they're super easy to wash. I can stick them in a sink full of bleach water and just let them sit for a minute, and they're lightweight, and I have issues with carrying heavy stuff with my wrists, so that's what I do. And then also they're cheap to replace, so if you break them or the dogs bite them and chew them up or whatever, you just replace them. You could do stainless steel, and some dogs are sensitive to plastic, but we don't have them drinking out of plastic, so they're not like a constant on their mouth plastic. I use glass and pottery for their water, so, and stainless. So that's what we're doing today, changing up their potty, their den basically, and getting it ready for big puppies. Who's that crying? Who's that? Oh, you are messy now. Look at you. You got food. I'll make another video of how I mix their food for their first few. I do not do gruel or like mush. I do a kibble, and then I soak it overnight so that it's really, really soaked. I soak it in a few different things just for their health. And so that, because when puppies first start eating solid food, a lot of times they have, digestion problems. They don't poop like they're supposed to and stuff like that. So I put some pumpkin in there. I put goat's milk. I put bone broth. I'll make a video of that later, so if anybody wants to see it. And that's your fun for the day. I gotta go dry and groom, cut Breezy and Rose. And then I'm gonna actually bathe some of the puppies today. He's going around in circles. All right, blessings, bye.